Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us tonight on KLBK News. I'm Olivia Whitehead.
And after 8 years of, a lot of planning, dreaming, and a whole lot of anticipation, the Buddy Holly Hall of Performing Arts and Sciences is officially open. Ballet classes are in session. And Terry, to answer your question, this new location is almost double the size.
All of these challenges were created with the sole purpose of getting likes and bringing more attention right to their page.
Well, if you are looking for some delicious coffee this summer, Tumbleweed and Sage has the perfect one for you. So you might want to catch some coffee flights instead of feelings and head over. You can either take them for 2 weeks of fostering or take someone like Little Peaches out on a day-long date.
Some may even call the dealership Patrick's home away from home. Back in 2017, he joined the McGavick team as an NFL rookie. Now flash forward 3 years, and his success and loyalty is something that they really could have never dreamed of.
Well, he's a keeper, ladies, so get those roses ready because Ivan is still looking for his happily ever after. Now, what this map is going to show is basically where crews are at during the day, how many people are being affected at that time, and as they move throughout the day, it's going to shade the map of the areas that have already been worked on, so you might want to check that out throughout this weekend. So if you're tired of the tech game after a little bit, you want to live young, wild, and free, come join us for a little Snoop Dogg because he's ending the night.
Squirt it.
Ooh, okay.
So it's supposed to come out like this.
You're supposed to bite off. It's not bad. It's really not bad.
That's good.
You didn't get Tasha's final rose, but KLBK has a question for you. Will you accept KLBK's rose?
Yes, I will accept that rose.
There we go. We love to see it.
Maybe I'll bring one on the show.
Okay, please
on one of
do.
these upcoming weeks. I'll
I think
surprise
people
you.
would love it. So
Okay, well, you guys can't eat it, but you guys can definitely watch us enjoy
it's almost the same thing, right?
The way to a kid's heart is a skeleton.
Skeleton named Vinny. Olivia goes, that's exactly what I'm going to do when I have a kid is give
I am. What if he's lonely? He wants a skeleton as
such
a
a big
friend.
skeleton. All right, guys, fun fact, we have a new co-host. Meet Calvin. He's going to be here for one more week with us. Y'all look all great. I love all your outfits. So if you guys want to try out West Willow and Company, definitely go to their social media and their website. I'll have it listed right there. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Trends and Friends.
Comes with being a cheerlebrity, a talented, competitive cheerleaders tumbling their way into the spotlight. And now for one Texas Tech cheerleader, social media has opened doors to multiple opportunities.
I have 255,000 followers on Instagram. Whoa. Yeah. I was so young when it started, I had no idea about any of it, any of the Instagram, social media, basically, how crazy it is and how many opportunities you get from social media.
Shannon Woolsey is a face you may recognize. Cheering since she was just 5, she now reps our Red Raiders and uses social media for branding.
It started really little, I would post about bow companies, little bows or little cheer t-shirts or something, and now it's just grown into more bigger brands.
She was recently featured in Cheer, a Netflix documentary that attracted national attention.
We knew that the show was going to be really big in the cheer world. We didn't know it was going to be worldwide. Before the show came out, yes, I was doing good brand deals, but I think once it became worldwide, that's when the more the bigger, well-known more brands came in.
The show leading her to multiple sponsorships with big name companies.
I just did one with Reebok. I've done some with Crocs, the Johnson Johnson company.
Giving her the ability to make some extra cash.
Brands, they really differ from a very low amount to a very high amount, but it's definitely helped my income for sure.
Unlike most college athletes, they aren't regulated by the NCAA, allowing them to sign profitable deals.
The people under NCAA, they get the scholarships, they get the benefits, they get the training, they get the meal plans that we don't get. I mean, I wish we could get to a point in time that we get both.
For now, Woolsey enjoys the benefits and the support that comes along with it.
Cheer world is so big, and it really amazes me that me just posting a picture or answering someone's DM really helps somebody just get through something in life.
Now she tells me she's excited for the opportunities to come as she moves into her dream job of personal training. But for now, she still has one more year at Texas Tech cheering on those Red Raiders.
Well, Terry, there is a lot of history behind all of the football conferences, but especially in the Big 12, there's a lot of Texas camaraderie. Now, all of the teams that have been in our conference have worked extremely hard to be a part of a Power 5 program, and now the Longhorns and even the Sooners are kind of taking that opportunity away.
Fewer Power 5 football programs in Texas is a very negative reality with this situation.
The gateway to the university is the athletic program. That's the front door. That's what people knock on first.
We've seen it all before. Former athletes using Texas Tech to make their mark.
Zach Thomas, Wes Welker, and Patrick Mahomes were not 4- or 5-star athletes. But when given the opportunity to compete at the highest level, on the biggest stage, they proved they belonged.
But it's not just football.
Every men's basketball team in the state and in the country this time of year talks about playing on Monday night in the national championship game. We've done that. We've been to Omaha as many times or more times than any program in the nation in recent years. We raised the NCAA track and field national championship trophy right here in Austin, Texas, just a couple of years ago.
Tech athletics is a namesake here in Lubbock, and their rivalry with other Lone Star schools is a part of that.
I was hoping to see my colleague from the University of Texas here today. He comments to me all the time about the passion and the energy that our fan base and our student body brings to games and to events.
Unfortunately, with the University of Texas and Oklahoma leaving, it's all in jeopardy.
We have to always keep in mind the economic impact is more than athletic ticket sales, more than television revenue, but also philanthropic support, endorsements, and even our bond rating. The point's already been made.
And with only 8 teams left in the Big 12, it's now just a matter of where they go next.
And while this surprise is a blow, no question about that, I will tell you that we will rise to the challenge and continue our journey to be the very best athletics program in the state of Texas.
Now, with both UT and OU leaving, those 8 teams left risk losing roughly $14 million a year. Now, they have kind of 3 options that remain. They either stick together, go their separate ways, or do what they can to build the Big 12 back up. Terry?
Now, it's definitely not an easy time for Luke's family. Now, tomorrow marks 3 weeks since Tim remembers driving to the hospital at 4:30 in the morning. He had a feeling from God that it was the end, but that it would all be okay. Now, Tim says now it's about putting one foot in front of the other. And that may be hard to do, but it's a way to fight just like Luke did.
I've been at the gravesite every day, and I'll never miss a day. It just does not seem quite real yet.
Thursday marks 3 weeks since we lost sweet Luke on August 19th.
The pain is as severe as ever. I'm trying to keep myself busy. I didn't think I could be in Luke's room, but in some ways I feel a bit comfort in here.
Tim and Luke shared a special bond, one that started before his accident in 2015 and only grew greater since then.
I feel like I lost Luke twice. You know, I wouldn't say I got used to the last 6 years, but I loved being his caregiver. I knew that he knew how much I loved him. He knew that I knew what he needed.
Together, they used Luke's story as a way to help other families through the nonprofit Team Luke Hope for Minds.
In the past, I was able to talk about Luke in the present. I haven't yet talked to a family about Luke in the past. But I know that this is my calling, and I will continue to do this until I take my last breath.
But the impact Luke had was even greater, inspiring Texas Tech athletes, Patrick Mahomes, and many others across the country.
You know, I'm well aware that Luke has inspired a lot of people, but I'm really unaware of how many. I'm not on Facebook, but I will post things to remind people to fight like Luke, and to remind people one thing, that when they see the number 3, and let's face it, most people see the number 3 every day somewhere. 3rd Avenue, 3 o'clock, 3 cars in a parking lot. I think that's the best way I can keep his memory alive, is focusing on not just fighting like Luke, but that number.
It's not going to be an easy road, but it's one worth fighting for.
What's going to happen on Sunday when the Saints are playing and the Chiefs are playing and the Cardinals are playing, all 3 teams that we are pulling for, to not have him in the chair talking about the games? That'll be tough.
Right now, Tim is really just focused on reconnecting with his family, his wife and his 2 daughters, and he says the best thing that we all can do is just help keep that memory going.
Like you just said, fight like Luke. If we all remember that, of course, I see you have on the wristbands.
Wear it.
Fight like Luke.
Yeah.
I think we will all remember him.
No, 100%. And I think there's always a time in our lives to put that forward and to make it possible. And like he said, remember that number 3 because you do see it every day.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much.